victory of the season. And head coach Matt LaFleur quoted an ancient proverb to defend his winning decision to go for it on fourth down.
Scared money don't make money.
Couldn't agree more, Coach. The Badgers, they didn't fare quite as well as the Packers did. They got rocked 34-0 by the number 1 Ohio State Buckeyes. Athletic Director Chris McIntosh sent out a letter this morning to fans and alumni indicating his support for head coach Luke Fickell despite the current situation. Plenty of reaction to that coming your way tonight with a 2-hour special edition of the Barry Alvarez Show live from the Hard Rock Casino, Rockford. Should be a good one. Jim, Matt, and Molly comes your way right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We're learning a lot about each other.
Lucas Haversick from 61, and the kick is good.
Scared money don't make money. Sometimes you got to shoot.
Matt LaFleur deserves a lot of credit for what he did in the game.
Jordan Love and the Packers on fourth down. Love throws to the outside. It's caught for a first down by Kraft.
Yeah, I mean, it's big time for Matt to decide to go for that right there in that situation, to have that confidence in the offense for us to go make a play, and then for us to go out there and do it.
Hands it off to Jacobs, and he is in for a Packers touchdown, his second today.
This is what NFL football is, and that's why you go out and get game-changing players.
They need a touchdown from the 26. Here comes Parsons. Wow. His third sack today.
A long way away from being the team that we want to become.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison.
Victory Monday! Victory Monday!
It's a Molly Victory Monday.
It is a Victory Molly Monday on Jim, Matt, and Molly. Jim, you are very confused as to where that Victory Monday sounder came from. You don't know?
I was informed by Primetime that is from the Packers
winning locker room yesterday.
Oh, yeah. So
in Glendale, Arizona. This is Jim, Matt. Go ahead.
I would say they're going to be able to make their way back. Their plane work.
Let's hope so. My goodness.
Jeez.
Wait, hold on. That whole thing. This is Jim, Matt, Molly. We're presented by Coors Light. We're on, if the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
Do what I say, Jim.
I don't like
You can
this.
listen to us on the ESPN Wisconsin app, and you can stream us on the ESPN Madison YouTube page. So question about that one, actually, first of all, just starting off this whole weekend for the Green Bay Packers fantastically. This whole weekend of Wisconsin sports fantastically. So they had 2 planes that were heading to Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah.
The first one had what I gather was the staff, the equipment, all the things. That one took off. How
Correct.
come? And then, like, the coaches, the assistant coaches, the players all stayed on the one that could not take off. And then they were on the tarmac for 5-6 hours, whatever it may be. How come they couldn't just tell the other one to turn around, let's switch everybody, put the players on because they're more important?
I don't think you turn planes around.
Yeah,
unless it's
there's a
big
thing
emergency.
the way that those planes are like chartered and like trafficked is like they have a very specific amount of gasoline. Like if they found out halfway through, they might not even have enough to like make the return visit. Like there's a point of no return on every flight.
That's fair. I mean, I don't like you saying there's a point of no return, but
that's a true thing. That's a true thing.
It is a true thing. It is a true thing. Yeah. I don't think you say that, though. But anyways.
I hate how they say final destination if we're saying about things we're going to go.
Yeah, that's true.
That's literally where my mind goes. Meanwhile, I literally booked my flights to Arizona for Christmas yesterday. My goodness. But the Green Bay Packers did defeat the Arizona Cardinals yesterday. They beat them 27-23 in Glendale. Not a great win. I was nervous the entire time. But however, I will say that I will take pride in saying that the Green Bay Packers, I said it prior, that I didn't think they were going to beat the Cardinals, or I thought that there was going to be a chance that they were going to lose to the Cardinals, even though the Cardinals' record is what, now 2-5 after yesterday? Not great. But I will say I left this game feeling sick Like, the Packers legitimately make me sick watching them. As I was watching them, I was just like, God dang. It just, I thought of when Matt LaFleur said that the question of having a number one wide receiver makes him want to vomit. That is how this team makes me feel. Makes me want to vomit. Like, they cannot put together a consistent game on offense. They can't put together a consistent game on defense. The secondary is horrendous. I don't even know what Nate Hobbs was doing half the game. They make me sick, like, legitimately. It feels like every single game has been coming down to the end, and I hate that, especially when it's against inferior opponents. And I said it last week that this Green Bay Packers team, I think the biggest problem is that they're playing down to their opponents. Mm-hmm. And we've talked about it. Super Bowl teams don't do that. If we genuinely think that the Green Bay Packers are going to win a Super Bowl or should be in contention to win a Super Bowl, they can't be playing down to other teams.
So let's look at that for a second here. How many times this year do you think the Packers have looked like a Super Bowl team on game day? I would say absolutely the Detroit game, right?
Yes, 100%.
I don't want to retroactively downgrade the Washington game because Washington doesn't look as good because they've been up and down with injuries.
But at that point in time in week 2.
I'll give them, so there's 2.
Yep.
And then what was the next game?
Browns,
nope.
Mm-mm. Defense.
But no, it's a team, though. So
okay.
The Browns, they had a very Brown performance.
Yes.
Crap.
Well, then that negates my one against the Cowboys, too, where I'm like, offense, they looked good.
The offense that
Defense?
That's a half good performance then.
But every quarterback.
So then that equals what? Half for the defense for the Browns, half for the
Bryce
offense.
Young just had a career game 2 weeks ago against the Cowboys defense.
Hey, Shane Daniels and Commanders didn't.
We're not changing. We're going to go
Just
with the
saying.
flow.
He also got hurt, Ryan. Let's relax there.
The Commanders win does not look nearly as strong as
So
it once
we're not
did.
going to negate the Commanders one. We're not going to hype the Cowboys one post. So
Fair.
they did not play.
Okay.
They did not play like a Super Bowl team. You can't tie and play like a Super Bowl team, anyways. But also that team is inferior.
Maybe the Cowboys are just a Super Bowl team.
Maybe. All right.
Two Super Bowl teams playing against each other.
Two Super Bowl performances, and then you got not versus Cleveland, not versus Dallas, not versus Bengals, and not versus the Cardinals.
Nope.
And I think that's fair. The Packers have openly talked about being they made a trade for Micah Parsons because this is a Super Bowl window they've opened. So I think holding them to the standard of did you play like a champion today? What is that, the old Notre Dame thing? Play like a champion?
Yep.
Did they play like Super Bowl contenders? Or not even contenders. Did they play like a Super Bowl participating team? They've done it twice this year.
Yeah.
And that's it. And this wasn't one of them. And then the other question you asked,
I will say I'm glad that the main one was against the Lions, especially seeing how the Lions are now, where it's like, whoo, they look good.
It's still a game. Like that's fantastic. Because this is the other part with the Packers. I said this when the season started, and I'm surprised that they're not making any major steps forward because I did say that this team, especially on offense, should be in front of everyone because they brought everyone back. Look in the division, you got Minnesota with new quarterback.
They had the least amount of changes, for sure.
You had Chicago, obviously new coaching staff completely, and then you had Detroit with new offensive and defensive coordinators. Mm-hmm. The Packers hit the ground running, but they've kind of leveled out. Because the other question you can ask, I think we ask this every game. There's actually 2 of them. Let's do this one first. Micah Parsons. Did he play like Defensive Player of the Year?
Quarterback tackler.
Against Detroit, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Washington, yes. Cleveland,
no one on the defense really got home very much. They only sacked Joe Flacco once that game.
Yeah, because we were all anticipating him to get sacked like 13 times.
Yeah,
I think you
Jim
literally
made the
had
prediction
him
that
to
it would tie the record.
I would say,
and he did it.
This is an incredibly high standard for him, so I would say the first 2 games, yes, because I want to see how this matches up.
Yeah.
And then you have
Cowboys game, he made a game-saving play,
No,
but he didn't
do it against Cleveland, yeah. He did yesterday. Did he do it against the Bengals? Not really.
Bengals, the defense didn't play great.
It's not the defense, it's him specifically.
He had
he was
sacks
double teamed the entire time, but
yes,
because that was the game.
Unlike the Cardinals,
right?
Yes.
No, and the Bengals game was funny because we were like he was being double teamed, but yet the rest of the defense legitimately didn't do anything else to get after Joe Flacco.
And you can chime in on this conversation 844-770-3776. That's Carlos talking text line. List is more. We're just talking about Micah Parsons. So we would say out of the Packers, they are 4-1-1. So out of their 6 games, Micah Parsons has played like Defensive Player of the Year 3 times, which is actually a great ratio.
Quarterback tackler.
The Packers have played like a Super Bowl representative from the NFC 2 times. They played like a Super Bowl team 2 times. Jordan Love, how many times has he played like a $55.5 million per year quarterback? Week 1?
I'm pulling up his stats right now.
Week 2, definitely not. Week 3, definitely not. Week 4, I that one's tough. The Cowboys game, like he is a major reason they lost.
They didn't lose the Cowboys game.
Tied, sorry. The
That was
major
a
reason
loss.
He
they
does
tied.
not get strip sacked at the end of the first half. That probably changes the complexion.
And then obviously,
and then he nearly lost them the game by waiting and throwing way too long, taking way too much time on that final play.
but statistically he did. But
remember what Matt LaFleur said? It's like watching a real life car crash.
Yeah. You can't be game
Slow
tape of what
motion
not.
car crash, I think it
You
was.
can't be game tape for what not to do and be playing like a $55.5 million quarterback. Detroit, I feel like he did.
Detroit in the Washington game, I mean, he wasn't required to do much. He definitely didn't. I mean, the Detroit game, he almost gave it up twice on
All right. Well,
back-to-back
Molly looks up
plays.
those numbers against the Bengals. He didn't,
Against
All
the
right,
Bengals,
what-
definitely not.
and
no.
against the Cardinals, he wasn't bad. But we're talking $55.5
Or
million.
no, sorry. When I say definitely not, he was not at all against the Browns. The Bengals, he had a fine game other than the interception.
Again, fine. But other than that, But
He's
my
fine.
point is
What
that's not
numbers do you want?
$55.5 million. Give me the first two games.
For yards, what?
Just give me this stat line.
All right. He was 16 for 22 against the Lions, 188 yards, 72.7 completion percentage, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, we'll give him that because there wasn't a lot asked of him. They were dominating. We'll give him that one.
Okay. Washington, 19 of 31, 292 yards, 61.3%, and 2 touchdowns.
He had 292 yards.
He only completed 61% of passes. I'll give to on that one
Completion
too.
percentage is the most overrated stat, Jim.
Honestly,
Come on.
his lowest game was against Cleveland. That was 183 yards.
Yeah,
That sounds right.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I'll give him the first two games. He's looked like a $55.5 million quarterback so far
Okay.
this year.
The Cowboys game, I still would say he was.
You
'cause
can't
he made
be game tape for what not to do and be that guy.
He made 2 big mistakes, but look at what he did in the other 58 minutes of the game.
I know, but those mistakes, that's what you pay the guy for.
True, but I even think about Josh Allen.
You pay
like
him to not lose games for you, pay him to win them. I don't disagree. I'm just saying, like, Jim's logic.
Eraser.
He's never going to be the eraser, Jim. He's
That's
going
He
the
will
to.
point
always
I'm
be the
trying to
permanent
prove.
marker.
That's what I'm trying to prove.
He's not going to
But
be.
he got paid what he was supposed to get paid.
He's not going to be the permanent marker necessarily either. As long as he can remove
can't
being
be
the
Expo.
permanent. The permanent marker is the analogy Jim used, where his mistakes make the team look even that much worse and heighten the mistakes of the rest of the team. What he needs to start doing is eliminating those, which I would say in this Cardinals game he did. Like, he had no glaring mistakes. He didn't make any game-changing plays necessarily.
I think the 4th down play was game-changing. Without him, Matt LaFleur wouldn't have done that. Matt LaFleur was playing for the tie. Jordan Love was playing to win. There is literally audio, and I think you have it. There's audio of Matt LaFleur in his post-game press conference saying that Jordan Love had a look of, I don't know what the word is, wrath or something coming at him, basically saying, like, I want to go for it on 4th down. We need to go for it rather than kicking the field goal. Because Matt LaFleur was perfectly comfortable going for the tie, just like he was perfectly comfortable going for the tie against the Cowboys.
Because he doesn't trust his quarterback.
Well, in this audio, he does make it sound like he definitely trusts his quarterback more than we would let on, or more than we used to think, I would say.
Well, when our quarterback's coming off and I can see the disdain on his face.
Disdain.
And I looked up at the clock, saw how much time was left. It wasn't by any means a chip shot, although Lucas has come in and done a hell of a job. So I just one of those deals where I was like, no matter what we call, this guy's going to make it work. And that's exactly what happened because we had a play called for one versus man in Candidate versus zone and didn't necessarily get the play that we wanted, but it doesn't matter sometimes when you have guys that have confidence in what they're doing, and Tuck did a hell of a job winning on the route. Our O-line protected, and Jordan gave him a chance, and that's exactly what it took.
Did we all notice that LaFleur did point out that Jordan didn't call the play as it should have been done?
Didn't he say we didn't get what he wanted?
Right, saying that it should have been a handoff based on the coverage.
No, I think he's saying we didn't get the look that they wanted, so then they had to.
Wasn't it that the Cardinals were playing man and then it ended up
That's
that they
what
were
I'm
playing
saying.
zone?
But I'm saying that like he was supposed. I thought Jordan did the reverse, but he just made a play anyways. So he was saying like, hey, Jordan ended up like you're supposed to can it on one or throw it on the other.
Do you want to listen to it again?
Yeah.
So I just one of those deals where I was like, no matter what we call, this guy's going to make it work. And that's exactly what happened because we had a play called for one versus man in Candidate versus zone and didn't necessarily get the play that we wanted, but it doesn't matter sometimes when you have guys that have confidence in what they're doing.
Okay, you can read that how you want. Maybe he wanted to run it there, but I was saying that like it seemed like Jordan And I'm not saying he's saying it's a bad thing, but I think he's saying that Jordan called
I think when he's
the
saying
pass
can it,
regardless.
he's saying then you need to change the play, which I think even at the line they might have done that.
Right, can it to pass, can the rush, and pass it. And I'm saying that what LaFleur is saying is that it shouldn't have been can, but it came out.
So in that cut, do you come away feeling like Matt LaFleur trusts his quarterback less or more?
More as a play, because the way he said it was, the way I gathered it wasn't that Jordan didn't see it, that Jordan wanted to go make a play. And that's fine. That's not ripping Jordan Love. But the way I heard that from Matt LaFleur was saying that Jordan canned the run to a pass, which is not what the defensive.
I don't think a run. There was never a run called. It was 4th and 5. I don't think they were ever going to try.
I thought he said run.
No, he said zone.
Zone.
And he said man.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I thought I heard. So regardless, so it seemed like he canned the throw. It seemed to me that he did not call the play he's supposed to call against the actual defense that was shown. But it didn't matter because Jordan Love still went out and made a play.
Yes.
So that's fine. I'm thinking he's saying that, like, hey, every once in a while I just got to let my quarterback make a play.
And do you like that or do you dislike that from the coach and the quarterback?
I don't mind it from the quarterback. I don't think LaFleur needed to say that. Like, I don't think that's the first time.
I wonder what the question was.
I don't have the question.
Just what were you thinking on 4th down? Going
Yeah,
for it on 4th down,
it was
essentially?
unnecessary to say about the one part because he said can. Play it one more time. Please.
So I just one of those deals where I was like, no matter what we call, this guy's going to make it work. And that's exactly what happened because we had a play called for one versus man in can it versus zone and didn't necessarily get the play that we wanted, but it doesn't matter.
He could have stopped at one versus man and then zone or whatever, can it versus zone.
I gotta say, Jim, I think what we're getting into is a little bit of semantics here.
That sounded really silly.
And I don't think we need to dissect it that much from Matt LaFleur.
You guys were dissecting it. You guys were.
We weren't dissecting it.
We were.
What is going on? You're the one
versus zone can the play. Like he said, he trusts his quarterback to make the play no matter what was called.
Right, but I'm saying that it's noteworthy that Jordan Love might not have called the play that was supposed to be called against the defense.
And if that's the case, then good. Because isn't that the exact thing that Aaron Rodgers used to always do? That he had the freedom, he had the ability to change the play to whatever he saw the defense being that he would think was best.
In this specific case, it would have been that Jordan didn't recognize man versus zone and called the wrong one. But it didn't matter because Jordan made a play. That's what it sounds like it happened.
I think we would need to ask, maybe why don't we wait till Tuesday? We'll ask Jason Wilde, and he can ask Matt LaFleur for us.
Regardless, Jordan Love made the play.
And beyond that, do you want him to try and make any other play than just get the ball to Tucker Kraft?
It wasn't about the play. It was about the play call against the defense.
When he threw that ball, though, I was like, Jesus.
I was excited when he threw that ball.
This is going to be a hero ball.
I was excited when he threw it because he threw it off his back foot, and he kind of lackadaisically lofted it out there. But it got there. I was excited when I saw it leave his hand.
I was disgusted. It was a part. I
want to vomit.
Legit. That is how I felt the entire game. I was just like, I just want to vomit. This game makes me sick. The way that the secondary is playing against Jacoby Brissett, the way that Matt LaFleur is calling this game right now, the way that Jordan Love,
How much confidence did you have in the defense to keep them out of the end zone on the final drive?
None.
Neither did I.
I think once they got that 4th down, I was just like, whew. Like it was a sigh of relief where I was like, they can't mess this up.
You're saying once the Packers offense got the 4th down, you thought they were going to win.
Because I was like, that's the confidence that I think the defense needed to then be able to make a stop. Now,
they didn't really show it until they got to the red zone.
That is all in my head. That is all in my head. I'm not saying that's factual. I'm not saying that that's right. I'm just saying that's just the vibe that I got. But yeah, no, they easily could have lost this game.
But thank goodness for
quarterback tackler.
I would say he was the MVP of the game, right?
Oh, by far.
Yeah. He's the MVP of the team.
You make an argument, I would say, that Matt LaFleur deserved a lot of credit for his coaching decisions at the end of the half and then on that 4th down, which he made a dumb decision by taking a timeout before the 4th down because he was indecisive, and it took his quarterback's
confident.
Look of distaste on his face.
Disdain.
Disdain.
I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget.
It took Jordan Love's look of disdain for Matt LaFleur to change his mind and make the right decision, but the end of the first half, if he doesn't say, hey, why don't we just take a shot, see if we can get in field goal range, 61-yarder for the guy who was a substitute teacher or almost
insane
2 weeks ago, like if that doesn't happen, the end of play sequence is completely different,
Yeah.
and the Cardinals probably all they have to do is go down and kick a field goal.
However,
they win the game.
However, did you guys watch any of the Iowa Penn State game this weekend?
Why in earth would I watch that game?
Okay, one is on Peacock.
Wait,
it's a great stream.
Wait.
I also don't have Peacock.
You know what the idea that makes me
missing
want to? You know what the idea that makes me want to do?
Makes you
Molly?
want to vomit?
I want to vomit every time I hear.
You know what? It was a good game.
Penn State.
However, did you
Champion for
see what happened though?
No.
That Iowa was legitimately going for like a 55, 60-something yard field goal. Gets blocked and they return for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I did see that highlight. You should do that in college.
That is what I was envisioning was going to happen on this play. As soon as I saw that whoever our kicker is, I don't know what his name is, Haversick. As soon as he was
Mr. Haversick, substitute teacher.
As soon as he was going out there and they said it was 61 yards, I was like, Jesus.
And then he sets the new franchise record.
Yes.
The guy who was literally going to be a substitute teacher in Cleveland 3 weeks ago. That's a crazy story. There was a lot of crazy stories from this game. I will say, you say every Packers game makes you sick. You can't deny it. Every Packers game is entertaining somehow. They find a way to make it exciting at some point in the game.
It is entertaining, but I also get annoyed when it's my Sundays and I'm getting annoyed at everybody in my home because I'm like, do you guys not understand the Green Bay Packers are on and I'm annoyed by this game? Jordan Love's pissing me off. Matt LaFleur, I hate him. I like all of these things. That is how I am during a game.
You see, you have to do it. So what I did is I strategically was like, I was like, my wife, you can go take a bath. Like, so and then like the girls wanted to play Barbies. So I was like, you guys can play Barbies. Tanya, you go take a bath.
Do you think my 11-month-old twins can just like chill and go play with Barbies and my like 3-year-old can just go chill in another room?
That's fair.
And do you think my husband can leave me alone? No. You know what he's doing? He's chirping in my ear, saying that the Packers suck, Matt LaFleur sucks, Jordan Love stinks, all the things.
When you're with someone for 17 years, they're happy to leave you alone. So they're like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'll happily take a bath.
Well, my husband's a dumb Viking fan, so no offense, Viking fans. Actually, offense.
Yeah,
Savage.
Why are you saying no offense? This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
The Barry Alvarez Show, live from Ruth Chris Steakout with Jesse Nelson, Tarek Sala, Derek Engler, Barry Alvarez.
Amen.
Amen, Bear.
So you
Amen,
can tell
Derek.
Rutledge that.
Amen, Molly.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Molly, what is bothering you about this voice? Why are you getting so sweaty?
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Hey, it's Molly Brown. And let's be honest, between work, kids, and everything else life throws at me, I'm always looking for a little extra energy. That's why I love Zoa Energy. It's made with natural ingredients, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, so I get that boost I need without the crash or jitters. Plus, there are tons of great flavors. It's vegan, gluten-free, and even low in sugar, so it fits right into my busy, health-conscious routine. So grab a Zoa Energy, fuel your body, focus your mind, and take on your day like a champ.
At Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction, you won't have to worry about your old lawnmower pulling a hamstring. They make buying and selling easy. Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction is simple, reliable, and unlike your fantasy team this football season, they'll actually deliver. Have equipment taking up space? Let them be your surplus solution. You send it in, they list it, people bid, and you actually win. Bid, buy, sell, and score big today at WisconsinSurplus.com. Because winning isn't just for game day. WisconsinSurplus.com.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
The biggest games,
Back-to-back state championships. Still going, lowers his shoulder into the end zone. Touchdown, Wanakee.
the most compelling stories.
Where are you going to be playing basketball next year?
I'm proud and excited to announce that I'll be going to the University of Charleston.
We are now joined by the Executive Director of the WIAA, Stephanie Hauser.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
It's homecoming this weekend at UW Whitewater. Make plans to cheer on your Warhawks when they welcome in UW Platteville in a top 15 battle on Saturday at 1 p.m. The annual George Christ Memorial Bowl game features a pair of top 15 ranked teams. Get tickets now at uwwsports.com. Experience national championship level college football this Saturday when the Warhawks welcome in the Pioneers to Perkins Stadium. Kickoff at 1 p.m. For tickets to this rivalry game, go to uwwsports.com. Warhawk football powered by tradition.
Truck crash? Call Gruber offices. One call, that's all.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle are unsportsmanlike.
Certainly the play caller has something to do with this, but I struggle to pin it all on him. And the reason why is because the version of Jalen Hurts that we're seeing is a different cat. And the only thing that I can point to is the relationship between him and A.J. Brown being detrimental to his performance on the field.
Unsportsmanlike. Weekday mornings from 5 to 9 on 100.5 ESPN. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Yeah, I mean, it's big time. Obviously, I think, for Matt to decide to go for that right there in that situation, to have that confidence in the offense for us to go make a play, and then for us to go out there and do it. That's one of those decisions that, it's going to suck if we don't get it, but when you do, it pays off like that when we go out there and get the win. So.
Packers fans, Jim, Matt, and Molly are teaming up with Miller Lite to hook you up. Every Miller Lite purchase gets you an entry to win 2 tickets to the December 7th Packers game with us. That's right, the Jim, Matt, and Molly crew is giving you a VIP game day experience with exclusive access to the Tundra Trio pregame party. You and a guest could be living it up at Lambeau Miller Lite style. All you have to do is head to any of the following locations and get yourself some Miller Lite. Those locations include Missouri Tavern, Tanner's, Village Green, and X Golf. The winner will be announced on November 21st, so grab a Miller Lite today for your chance to win.
She's Molly Brown. I'm Jim Rutledge. We're in the Everlight Solar Studio. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Primetime or shine behind the glass. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's Carmel's Talking text line. List is more. Molly, you gave me a dirty look before this segment started. What was that about?
I didn't give you a dirty look.
Was it a look of disdain?
It was a look of
kind
disdain.
of a look of disdain
yeah.
because so he had his arms up over his head. And
So
I can do this
because
I'm wearing black.
I wanted to show off my quit. I'm wearing a no quit Under Armour shirt from the Wisconsin Badgers that I have put a yellow piece of tape over the no, and the Wisconsin Badgers have just
So that means your shirt
quit.
says what? Quit.
Quit. That's the Wisconsin Badgers.
However.
So I also know Ryan, our producer, is a great producer, and he might screenshot this. So I was just looking down to make sure I didn't have any pit stains because I don't think he cares enough to
edit them out.
Edit those out.
I don't have the abilities to be screenshotting things in Jim's armpits during the show.
You could just get Botox in your armpits from carbon.
I should. Maybe armpits, face, everywhere. I'll just Botox my whole body. Just be smooth.
Please don't. Okay.
You won't be quitting then.
Do you know what? So wait, this is actually. I was standing next to Jim at our tailgate, and all of a sudden somebody comes up to him and goes, "Jim, you look good. Have you been working out?" And he was just like, "Yeah, I go to Carbon."
I said it was our good friend Brian from Canopy.
Oh,
People
like
me. Now, I would like to say,
I looked away because I was like, I don't want to listen.
So, Molly Ryan is mean. Is before we get into the Badger stuff. So
I thought you were smelling your armpits just now for what it's worth.
Okay,
I didn't think you were looking at your
No, I wasn't
stains.
smelling my armpits. There's no stains, which is good. But, so right there, you're like, I'm not going to be a part of this conversation. But
not until I Photoshop him in, that is, Jim.
So, Ryan.
Just make him dripping wet.
Brian from Canopy, Molly, I pay him to take care of my finances. So, I don't know if I can really take his word for it.
But they're fiduciary.
They are fiduciary, but he doesn't have to tell me I look good. Like, already, I mean, I think he has to tell me I look good. But
it doesn't hurt if he tells you look
exactly,
good.
Exactly.
You'll invest more money.
So it's a little bit of the idea of like the woman cutting your hair is not into you. Like that sort of life rule. The bartender
Or
isn't
the
interested.
woman selling you sunglasses.
Right. This is where Molly's mean. So I was at the sunglass hut last time Molly and I met before we went to Milwaukee together.
Sunglass Hut where?
In Johnson Creek.
In Johnson
At
Creek.
the Outlet Mall.
At the Outlet Mall.
Right next to Bath and Body Works.
Our meeting place. And so we're meeting there on Wednesday. We're going to be in Milwaukee again on Wednesday, Ryan, in case you're curious.
I'm aware.
All right. So I left there, and the woman in there was nice and maybe a little flirty.
How old was she?
I don't know. Probably your age.
Okay.
How old are you?
28.
Yeah, somewhere in that range. Maybe a little bit younger.
Okay.
So she was...
Okay.
So she was pleasant and talking me up. And I was like, okay. And she's like, oh, you got a cool job. And like, she's just, flirting her hair a little back a little bit. I'm like, oh, maybe the old guy still got it. Maybe, like, I wasn't going to do anything, but just like more like, all right, it's nice to feel like
It was
someone.
a confidence boost.
It was a little confidence boost. The old guy still got it. And then I get in the car and I told Molly, I'm like, I think the old guy still got it. I think maybe the girl was like, maybe like flirting on like a G level. Like, just a little, you're married, you just need once in a while to feel like someone's like, all right, I'm not dead yet. And then I get in the car and Molly, what did you say?
I said, are you sure she just didn't make commission off of selling you sunglasses? Because she probably does.
I want to vomit.
If I was selling sunglasses, I would probably mac a little bit too.
What phrase did you just use?
Mac?
That's not what that word means.
Like I'm macking on you. Isn't that what it is?
Like you're flirting with somebody?
Yeah.
Macking is flirting? Macking is kissing to me.
Oh,
macking I've only ever heard of as kissing.
That's making out. It's macking. Like we're turning the mac.
Yeah.
What is your
macking is
definition?
like you are macking and kissing. That's not right. Macking is
Really?
like you're putting your moves on.
Yeah.
Macking on her.
So I'd be macking on people all day if I got commission off of selling sunglasses.
Sunglasses specifically, right? Yeah, only sunglasses.
Only sunglasses.
Yeah, for sure.
Nothing else.
Or ESPN Madison. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. All right. Had some fun here, but we got to talk about something serious.
Jim's in sales. Jim?
What's that? People like me.
Not right now, they don't.
People like me.
Why not?
I don't know.
You don't like me. He just did a straw man there. He was trying to say people.
Jeremiah in Madison says Molly is correct about Mac. LOL.
I've never heard it used that way.
I'll Urban Dictionary it for you.
Okay, don't look it up on your work laptop.
I'm going to. It's fine.
I don't know if it might be better to look up on a work laptop than your phone, because if your spouse is like, why are you looking up macking on your phone? Like, I'd rather ask my work ask me why I'm looking up macking than I...
Well, see, that would be a lack of trust between Molly and her husband, that he has to look over her shoulder to see what's on her phone.
Like, she looked over your shoulder?
Exactly.
Flirting.
Yeah, same thing.
According to Urban Dictionary, macking is flirting.
Can I tell you one more?
All right.
Being ostentatious to attract members.
Define ostentatious.
Like a peacock.
Use it in a sentence.
You put your feathers up.
The lady at Sunglass Hut was being ostentatious to sell Jim a pair of sunglasses.
Spicy.
Huh? Is that accurate?
There you go. Why is it in the bird community? We'll get to the Badgers in a minute.
You say the bird?
The bird community, the animal. Why is
Wait,
it?
well, there's a lot of animals that are birds. There's not just one.
I know, but like it feels like all the birds, like the cardinal is red, the male cardinal. The peacock, don't they have they're the male ones? The males are always got to pop off and show off in the bird kingdom.
Just like in the human world.
That's what made me laugh. Of like it's always the male birds are the ones that are the fancy, extravagant ones.
Yeah, I would say, like Molly said, it's similar to the human kingdom.
Look at you compared to me. Look at how you are.
I'm fancy and extravagant.
Well, you have a bird on your head right now, actually.
I do.
And your Coors Light hat, there's actually a bird very much on it, so it is pretty appropriate.
I think it's a loon.
You guys are always peacocking.
Gotta let me
You're
fly.
the one that likes peacock.
I love peacock.
She just likes Penn State and Iowa. She's just a sicko for it.
Go Hawks.
I'm going to show.
I want to vomit.
You guys talked about the
Badgers make me want to vomit.
You guys talked about the looking over the phone thing. I'm going to share a slightly vulnerable moment here. So I was at the eye doctor a couple weeks ago, or like a couple months ago,
Is this why you're also at the sunglasses hut after the eye doctor visit?
Right.
Are those connected?
No.
He had to get his transition lenses.
Exactly.
Not transition lenses.
How old are you?
No, here's the thing. A side note on transition. You're a parent, Molly. And if you go to like the eye doctor, I blame the eye doctor. My wife blames herself, but I blame the eye doctor because the first time Rosie got glasses, they're like, all right, you should do this because their little eyes are going to burn and all this sort of. So, like, the first year Rosie had glasses, she had and I was like, what the hell is this? And she's like, she had transition glasses.
That's so embarrassing.
Luckily, she was in, like, kindergarten. She had to get them super young. So, like, it's too little for
Kids
anyone
to bully her.
I probably bullied her behind her back more than the kids did.
People like me.
But, like, I was like, what are you doing? And she's like, well, they told. And I'm like, I get it. Like, if the eye doctor's like, well, you're burn their little eyes and they have to do all this sort of stuff. So, like, her lenses had, like, every single thing you could imagine on like, blue light blocker, the transition lenses, I don't know.
Smudge proof or whatever the hell's all in it. Yeah.
Unbreakable, all the whole thing. They're $10,000
I was
glasses.
going to say, my God, how much did you pay?
About $1,000 probably. Anyways, with that, I went to the eye doctor recently, and they're like, the green stuff closer. And I'm like, it's a little, I'll be honest, it's a little blurry. And they're like, you might need bifocals soon. So.
Is that like readers?
Well, I wear contacts or glasses, so like it'll be in my contact or glasses. It won't be like readers, but I will have to, or maybe I'll have to do readers, one of the two. But before that, I have now, unfortunately, like I've done the not like major big, but I bumped up the text size on my phone. It's a moment in my life I'm not proud of.
What size phone do you have? Like, do you have the XL already, or is it just the normal? Wait, really?
Yeah. So, like, because here's the thing: I can read my phone from this distance, but if I'm trying to read it closer, I need the bigger text. And
so, did you need that when you were reading Chris McIntosh's like 5-minute letter?
Good God, I needed it. The letter was so long.
I had to have Molly read it to me because it was too small.
He wanted me to use Elmo voice.
Jim, Elmo voice.
Elmo says, Molly, you read the voice. You read the McIntosh letter.
No.
Oh, that's my Cookie Monster.
Molly needs to work on her voices.
Gosh.
Have an opinion. I can be Miss Rachel.
Go on.
Well, I got to get into character, so let me just think about.
How do you get into Well, Ryan, while she gets into character there, we're going to talk about the Badgers. Can I ask you a question that I think is kind of a mean poll question, but I kind of want to ask it anyways around the Badger football program?
I think that's fair. I think it's fair to ask any mean question about this program.
So Luke Fickell said that he did not deny scouts from going to practice. What is more surprising, Luke Fickell reportedly denying scouts from going to practice, or that NFL scouts wanted to go to Badger practice?
Molly?
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about what I was going to say in Miss Rachel voice.
I was doing that.
You're still working on Miss Rachel.
She was
Okay.
transitioning to Miss
Can
Rachel
you
here.
say fire, Fickle? Can you say fire, Fickle? That was good. That was my Miss Rachel. Savage.
All right, this is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Also, just to do show policy, got to get Jim, Matt, and Molly tattooed on your buttocks if you're going to host the show. So.
If you're going to host or produce?
You guys can.
You guys are going to find a new producer. I'm sorry, guys.
Good content.
I'll probably find a
Matt, you're
spot.
not
I can
good
find
at
a
that.
spot for it. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
throw a little JMM somewhere.
Big dumper.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
I wasn't sure if college was right for me. I worried that it would be too stressful or rigid, but I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, the atmosphere is relaxed, and the instructors are friendly and collaborative. It's such a cohesive environment. My advice to others, take a deep breath and go for it. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
When it's game day in Madison, you know what that means. Pizza Hut time. Unlimited large one-topping pizzas, just $7.99 each. Or your team at home can load them up with 3 toppings for $9.99. Perfect for kickoffs, watch parties, or that fourth quarter comeback from your living room. Fuel your crew, fill the table, and keep the good times rolling all game long with Pizza Hut. Order now for delivery or carryout at pizzahut.com or on the app. Pizza Hut. Feed good times.
Striving for excellence is exactly what we do.
Our suite of master craftsmen ensure every roof we install will last.
We believe in giving you exceptional results.
And the satisfaction and durability you want with your suite of metal roof.
I'm Mike.
And Mary Suita. Enjoy the long-lasting architectural strength and beauty of a Suita metal roof.
SWITA metalroofing.com.
Suita Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
It's the best time of the year, and you know what that means for me. It's tailgating season. Hey, it's Alex Stroh. For my friends at Door County Distillery, locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. If you're in Madison tailgating before a game, there's only one thing to do to elevate your experience, and that's bring it with Door County Distillery. Whether that's the cherry brandy for your old-fashioned, the single malt whiskey, or any of the gins, vodkas, and in-betweens, Door County Distillery has you covered. Find the retailer nearest you at doorcountydistillery.com.
Don't be haunted by high prices this Halloween. Metro Ford of Madison has frightfully good deals waiting just for you. Right now, drive home the all-new 2025 Ford F-150 or F-150 STX, or escape the ordinary in a 2025 Ford Escape, both with just 2.9% APR for up to 66 months. Only $16.41 per month for $1,000 finance. But hurry, these scary good offers vanish November 3rd. Visit MetroFordofMadison.com today, where the deals are a treat, never a trick.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison is throwing the Halloween party of the year. Join the fun Friday, October 31st at our Halloween Bonanza Costume Contest. We're giving away $6,000 in cash prizes at our 9 p.m. drawing. But get creative, because the better the costume, the bigger the prize. You'll also enjoy a DJ, a free photo booth, a treat bag with a free drink ticket, plus $10 in rewards play when you arrive wearing a costume. Bring your Halloween spirit to
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
This is Martin Sesaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Gives you over 200 programs to choose from across 11 areas of study, and that includes associate's degrees, technical diplomas, certificates, and even apprenticeships. The best part is that it's the lowest cost per credit tuition in the region, and more than 100 programs are fully eligible for financial aid, including Pell Grants. So whether you're starting fresh or building on your skills, you can do it affordably at Madison College. Start your path at madisoncollege.edu.
She's Molly Brown. I'm Jim Rutledge. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Matt Hamilton is curling, so he'll be back next week. We talked a little bit of Packers, then we talked just me being old last segment. Now we're going to talk about Badger football. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's the Cardinals talking text line. List is more. I'm going to crowdsource this to the two of you right now. Do you want me to ask, will you watch another Badger football game this year? Or are you more surprised that scouts wanted to be at Badger practice, or that?
Because I'm still going to watch. It's still going to be on the background.
Are those two separate questions or the same question?
Two separate questions.
Okay.
He's asking which one would you rather ask. You're still going to watch Badger football. I'm still going to watch Badger football. Jim's still going to watch Badger
but we
football.
all have to. I host a show, The Jump
I
Around.
think
We did a
there's a lot
special
of people-
dedicated special show today that will be put up after. Or no, we did it live, and it'll be available on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream, and then also will be live on Thursday at 12:30 on ESPN Madison, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube stream.
Shout out.
Jordan Taylor is scheduled to appear.
Ooh.
Basketball season.
Michael Jordan Taylor, as Gus Johnson called him. He had a huge game, I want to say against Duke, and he's like, Michael Jordan Taylor. Hell of a basketball
Gus
player.
Johnson calls basketball?
He does, so yeah, for Fox.
And this was, I mean, again, I'm old.
He used to do it more back in the day.
This is a while ago.
He does it now for Fox Big East. He does a lot of
Jordan Taylor
games.
played for the Badgers pre-Ben Brust, and Ben Brust played for the Badgers a long time ago.
I think
That is
the
weird. Ben played for them when I was in high school.
I think the allegedly denying scouts question is an interesting one.
Yeah, so let's get into that. So Dane Brugler on Saturday during the game, or right before the game, put out that the Badgers coaching staff basically was not allowing people to come see practices. And then or maybe Ryan, you sent this, but Kaylin Kaler from ESPN says, have confirmed this with several scouts who have been told all of practice is closed to them at various points throughout the year, dating back to August. And as recently as last week, Fickell denied Dane's report in a presser Saturday. And one scout said to me, he knows he's lying. And then she also went on to say, Fickell said it's not like Belichick and UNC, but it's actually worse. It's actually worse practice access because UNC allows scouts to view 3 periods of practice. Wisconsin shut them out of entire practices. And I will add a little bit more context here let me confirm what I was told. So I basically lies was the quote on that.
Was the quote on that? Fickell didn't deny scouts access?
This was sent to me an article. This was sent to me from an article here. Luke Fickell denies latest bizarre rumor as Badger football sinks even further about the scouting stuff, and my contact lies with 2 red exclamation points. And his initial response to it was, this is so bleeping dumb. My Wisco guy told me that it's been like that since the season started, which backs up what Kaylin reported there. And then I reached out to some other former Badgers, and the general response was, this is dumb.
But
this is the worst thing I've heard. And Nate Tice retweeted it too, saying, what are we doing here?
So what is the benefit of denying scouts access to your practice?
The only benefit I can think is that the same person that shared that information with me shared with me before the season. If you guys remember, my tone on the season changed right beforehand because scouts were at practice and said this team is terrible.
Yeah.
That was the feedback from NFL scouts at Badger practice, that this team is terrible. And that raised a red flag for me because people telling me that were people that want the program to be good.
Mm-hmm.
And they said this team is so if you have the idea, if you have people leaking out that are not tied to your program, that you can't, restrict what they say,
mm-hmm.
And can release information that makes you look bad, you don't want that. So that would be the reason for it. It's a selfish reason. It's incredibly selfish. And it's even weirder now that you have an ESPN reporter, going on record saying this is correct, backing up Dane Brugler from The Athletic,
mm-hmm.
who's saying this is correct. It does Dane no favors to be reporting this because the Badgers, in theory, if they're going to block out a scout, they're going to block out a reporter. And then even more so, like I said, I've talked to people who are in the NFL, and multiple different people have said, yeah, this is what we're hearing.
Which is absolutely crazy.
Why Luke Fickell says it's not true is beyond me.
Yeah, I guess I just don't see what the point is in saying no, scouts can't come, because that just makes you look even worse then. Like, if you're not churning out NFL product, like, that looks bad on you as a head coach.
I'd assume it's like Jim is saying, he feels like the product of
they
the
look so bad that he doesn't
bad.
want people to see it. I get it. I get what the whole thing is. It's just then
it's hard to
it makes
really
me speechless because it's crazy. Like, Wisconsin is a massive program. It isn't like it's in a huge conference. There's been the entire Pittsburgh Steelers that the freaking Packers are going to go up against is former Badgers.
All of those guys played upwards of 3 years ago for the Badgers, too.
I know.
Does Luke Fickell, Ryan, I was trying to work through this on the jump round. Does he have a player he recruited to Wisconsin that's in the NFL?
He hasn't really been around long enough to have many players.
Well, the NIL days, it's 1 year.
The only one you could say, if you're talking transfer portal, technically Tanner Mordecai did make it to the NFL. He was on the 49ers roster.
Okay.
Other than that, I mean, Chimere Dike played for him for a year, but he's not the one who brought him here. Will Pauling is maybe an NFL guy, but he's currently at Notre Dame. You would say the running back who they had, Tui Walker, could have been an NFL fringe guy, like an undrafted free agent. He now plays at Cincinnati. Most of the guys who were good enough to possibly be an NFL player ended up going to another program.
Even on that, Skylar Bell.
Skylar Bell at UConn, yeah.
Yeah, he's not an NFL guy, I don't think, but he's balling out.
He's balling out at UConn.
Right, he's not an NFL guy, but also just since we're talking about people
different levels of competition.
But since we're talking about it, Keontae Lewis was having a nice year at Oklahoma. I'm not sure if he's playing. He's
suffered
the guy
a bad injury. Yeah,
ran into the wall, the brick wall behind the end zone. In
I didn't hear
Oklahoma.
about this.
Yeah, whoever
I was
put
too
that,
busy watching Iowa Penn
that's
State.
a bad idea because I feel like they stopped playing at Wrigley for that same reason.
Yeah, whoever decided to put a brick wall within 10 feet of the end zone at a football field is probably not thinking with the right mind.
Yeah. I do want to try to get to the Oklahoma because former Badger Jay Valai is defense coordinator there, and I'm going to Oklahoma in mid-November. I do want to try to see if I can.
There are a
there
couple guys coming up in the program. We talked about Mason Posa a few weeks ago.
But
he's currently a freshman, but he might have a track too. But I have no belief that under Luke Fickell, any of those guys who are NFL caliber will stay with the program throughout the life of the program, throughout the life of their careers in college. They'll likely go somewhere else. Like, I can't imagine that there are many players on the program who feel like they're being given a good chance to get to the NFL. And especially if this is the case with Luke Fickell, like, you don't feel like you have a great chance to get to the NFL because you're not putting out good game film because everyone else around you is not playing well and the team's not playing well. And then if the scouts can't come see you in practice, how are you supposed to show off for NFL evaluators?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're a good player, why would you want to be at Wisconsin if this is true?
I agree. It is a... And then, oh, by the way, Chris McIntosh wrote a letter that we'll get to on the other side. Chris McIntosh is a coward. He wrote a letter. He didn't go talk to the media. He didn't field questions. He didn't put this on Wisconsin Badgers website. He didn't put this on social media. He sent a letter to season ticket holders. You can't respond.
That's what it was?
You can't respond to this.
It was season ticket holders, donors. It was a short list of people who are like true stakeholders in the program, like direct stakeholders who invest
That's
funds.
wild.
Yeah.
This was his fundraising attempt?
I don't know. Because the gist of the letter says, we're a poverty-ass program. We don't have the money to fire Luke Fickell. So now we're going to try to raise more money to give Luke Fickell and his coaching staff better players. Ignore the fact that under my watch, NIL has been so terrible that we don't have enough money to fire Luke Fickell. But now trust me to raise the money for new players for Luke Fickell. It is, as I said earlier, the meme of Bart Simpson and Homer Simpson where, you know, Bart says, this is the worst day of my life, and Homer corrects him, this is the worst day of your life so far. Saturday felt like the worst day to be a Badger so far.
Did it? I think Iowa felt worse.
Today is worse.
Today is worse than Iowa, but Iowa was worse than Ohio State to me.
It's a blur at this point.
Iowa,
It's
you at least
just
had a
all,
chance.
It's all one big car crash.
Ryan, why is there a picture of you on the ESPN Madison? It's on the internal side of it for the ESPN Madison YouTube
That was going
stream?
to be something referenced when
Johnny
Jason
Bravo?
Wilde joined us last week.
Oh.
But
Okay.
he never mentioned it on the air, so I have it here ready to go for tomorrow if he wants to bring it up, but we'll see.
You're ahead of the game.
Johnny Bravo
Well, this was
there.
supposed to be,
My God.
I had it ready for Friday. I come prepared, guys. Come
All
on.
right.
He's getting ready for tomorrow's show. What
I
is
was getting
going
ready
on?
for last Friday. Now it might be coming up on Tuesday. So we kept it there, and then we'll see.
We'll be sure to make it come up tomorrow because you want it to come up by getting
Hey,
it ready.
Rye guy?
I come prepared for Jason Wilde. Yeah,
That is
my
Rye
guy.
guy.
My guy, Rye guy.
I love Matt Hamilton.
We mentioned Carbon World Health earlier. I did get compliments at Wisconsin College Game. I get compliments all the time, Molly. People don't see me
sick
regularly.
brag,
yeah.
bro.
So you work out? I said, yeah, I work out. I work out at Carbon World Health. You can work out there too. You also can ask about cryotherapy, red light therapy, hormone treatments with testosterone. You'll need to feel like the right, you don't need to have the right testosterone levels for a 50-year-old or a 35-year-old. You can just have the right testosterone levels for an active lifestyle. You also can ask them about semaglutide, the FDA-approved game-changing weight loss treatment that I use to get me down to. I'm 195 pounds with 12% body fat, and I took semaglutide for a long time. I haven't been on it for a while because it taught me good habits. It helped my body get to the goals I'm looking for. Now I maintain those habits and continue to work out, and I am to the point now where people just compliment me all the time, Molly. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank, with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. Strong words from Coach.
I mean, it's too damn late now.
Barry Alvarez sounding off as Wisconsin still searches for its identity under Luke Fickell. Coach recalling the steps he took to make the changes necessary to become a Big Ten powerhouse. More from the Barry Alvarez Show.
That has to happen in the off season, in preseason. That's how you establish identity. Our identity was we're going to be physical, because they were physical every day, and then we'd review it after practice in the evening. You weren't going to play, or you weren't going to come close to the field.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just a priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and Southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
At Siding Unlimited, we're really excited for the fall season. Not only are we proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, we are also fired up for an exciting fall season cheering on football and volleyball. If that's not enough, we're really excited to share with you that Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's best window and door installation team. Siding Unlimited is a Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award winner 5 times. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best local sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see the teams recognized for making a positive impact in the community. It's the Game Changers of the Month, presented by Zimbrick Honda.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
UW Credit Union presents the Prep Mania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every U. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Dennis Semra with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Tia Capps from Madison LaFollette High School, but you're a STEM student as well at
Madison College.
Is that a special program started this year, or how long you been there?
So you apply as a sophomore, and there's like a little application process, and if you get in, then you do it your junior and senior year.
Scott Swanson, athletic director, said that if it wasn't for you, LaFollette wouldn't have a golf program. You've kind of been the driving force or the glue. When you hear that, what does that mean to you?
It's just been fun. My freshman year was just me and Caitlin, and that was it. So then I was like, I need friends. So I made friends my freshman year. Is like, hey, join the golf team now. And so we got more people.
This is Martin Sesaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Everybody stop, got ain't afraid to show it, show it, show it, show it. I'm sexy and I know it. I'm sexy and I know it. Yeah, when I'm at the mall, security just can't fight them all. And when I'm at the beach, this is how I roll. Come on, ladies, it's time to go. We headed to the bar, baby, don't be nervous. No shoes, no shirt, and I still get service. Why?
I haven't heard this song in forever. Ryan, Primetime Warshawn, Behind the Glass.
Who does this song remind you of, Jim?
Matt Hamilton.
Jim.
Oh, okay.
Me?
Jim at the tailgate. Get
Oh,
all
yeah.
his compliments.
I know
Come on,
why.
Jim.
Please don't dance like that.
Then it's like, what?
That's why Jim's got that shirt on. It says no quit. Because that body ain't got no quit in it. That's why. He goes to Carbon World Health.
No comment. I'm not making any comment on Jim's body. I'm good.
So rude. Molly Brown.
What would you like me to say, Jim? Exactly.
Look, if I have to tell you what to say, Molly, it doesn't mean the same. She's Molly Brown. I'm Jim Rutledge. We are Jim, Matt, and Molly. No Matt Hamilton. Matt is curling. We're going to get to Don't Quote Me in a second here. But side note, have either one of you seen the movie Dirty Dancing recently?
A long time ago.
With Patrick Swayze.
I mean, I've seen
Jennifer Grey.
the like iconic scenes from it. I haven't watched the movie itself. Molly doing the iconic.
Yeah, you can see it on the ESPN
Right?
Madison YouTube stream.
That's why you got to watch YouTube. Otherwise, you're not going to know what I'm doing.
And honestly, that scene leads to one of my. It's a movie with Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone where he takes her like
La La Land? No. The other one was
yes.
Steve Carell's
Steve
the dad.
Carell, yeah, it's so good.
Crazy Stupid Love.
Crazy Stupid Love. But he takes her home and she's like, "What's your like?" He takes off his shirt and she's like, "Oh my god!" Like she's like, "I can't believe you look like this.
You look like you're photoshopped."
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
But then she's like, "What's your move?" And he goes, "I have him do the scene from Dirty Dancing." And then she does it. And he lifts her up and everything.
So what did that have to do with anything in our conversation?
Dirty Dancing. We're talking about my dancing earlier, and my hip gyrations, and spicy. The movie Dirty Dancing is really inappropriate. I had to lay the law down when I was so Rosie watched it, and I was like, just so you know, totally messed up. A 17-year-old should not be dating a 26-year-old, because that's Patrick Swayze's age of the character. My wife, who definitely as a teenager dated people in their 20s, and she's like, I'm like, stop defending this. This is not okay. You're not going to be okay if Rosie starts dating a 24-year-old. You'd be like, What are you doing, loser? Why are you dating a teenager in high school? Anyways, so I had to continue to lay that groundwork. But they really do some Dirty Dancing in that movie. I was watching them like, wow, these people are getting after it in the movie. So
I gotta watch.
Long story short, I side more with Baby's dad. I'm like, hey, don't hang around with this guy. He's 26 years old and he's a dancer. Like, no. Ixnay on the dancer A. All right, let's get Don't Quote Me review.
We're not saying it's gonna happen.
Let it ride!
But if it does, then we want credit.
Say that again, because that is an amazing take. I told you all.
If not, well...
Don't quote me, boy, because I ain't said...
Yeah, guys, we got to review our predictions from heading into the weekend. And as always, we make our predictions for the Green Bay Packers game. And then Jim Rutledge also throwing in some predictions for Game 4, the Brewers versus Dodgers in the NLCS. So why don't we start there, chronological order. Jim predicting that Shohei Ohtani, pitching for the Dodgers, would have 10 strikeouts, or excuse me, that he would have 7 strikeouts and that the Dodgers would win. That's all he merely predicted, not realizing that Shohei Ohtani is not a mere mortal. Instead, he had 10 strikeouts and hit 3 home runs in the game. Some context for that performance. Only 12 hitters had ever hit 3 homers in a postseason game, and only 26 pitchers had ever recorded 10-plus strikeouts, 2 or fewer hits, and no runs in a postseason start. Ohtani did it in both.
The Milwaukee Brewers are at the receiving end of one of the most impressive beatdowns by one player in the history of sports, and I would say the most impressive performance we've seen from one baseball player in everyone's lifetime.
Yeah.
Also, in my head that day, I literally was thinking the day I made the prediction, I'm like, should I add a home run in there? And I was like, that's too much.
Should have said 3, Jim.
I know.
Come on.
I thought 1 was too much, and it was 3.
Yeah, because he had been bad all postseason leading up to.
Yep.
He had the triple in Game 3 in the NLCS, and that was like all he really had done.
Yep.
Circle of trust. I was only like 96% sure that he could bat. Like I was
while pitching, you mean?
Yes, while pitching, because I didn't confirm it ahead of time, and I was like 96% sure, but I didn't want to look stupid, so then I just didn't throw in the home run.
No,
prediction.
Jim, he is indeed that incredible. Almost as incredibly bad as the Badgers football program is. You also predicted going into the weekend that the Badgers would not score a point versus Ohio State.
Jeez, look at you.
Lost 34-0. Shutout. Back-to-back games for the first time since 1977.
I felt even better about this prediction as I ran into Patrick Flesch from Gordon Flesch, and he's an Ohio State fan, and he told me that...
Good for him.
It was good for him. He told me that Ohio State only allowed 4 touchdowns all year. And then I ran into Tauscher in the press box, and Tauscher told me that Patricia was very upset, perturbed Patricia.
Matt Patricia, the defensive coordinator for the Buckeyes.
For the Buckeyes, for allowing 2 touchdowns late against Illinois. So then I was like, oh, this is a mad Ohio State defense. If I could place a bet, I would, but I could not.
Yeah. Anyways,
Wow.
we've been talking about the Badgers.
I literally had to look through their schedule to see who their 4 touchdowns came against. That's crazy.
Yeah, their defense is incredible. The Badgers' offense is woefully bad. We'll get to some more sad stats later in the program, possibly. But then we'll go to the Packers versus Cardinals game, which we talked about at the beginning of the show. So I'll circle around first to Molly and Matt's predictions for the game, because Molly, you said Marvin Harrison Jr. would have a career game, having over 4 catches, 130 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
He could have. The secondary was that freaking bad.
The opportunities were there for him. Turns out Marvin Harrison Jr. just might not be that
He's
great.
not good.
I mean, which is shocking. Like, talking about Ohio State, I think every Ohio State receiver is going to be great. I thought Marvin Harrison Jr. was immediately going to be a Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson type player.
I think we all did.
Heck, Chris Olave had 2 touchdowns yesterday.
Who would have guessed that the guy that...
With no quarterback.
The guy Marvin Harrison played over for 2 years, Emeka Egbuka, is actually the guy who in the NFL is going to be possibly a top 5 receiver this year?
A professional receiver.
Was it Tate for Ohio State?
Carnell Tate was baptizing the Badgers.
But he's not
defense.
even their best receiver.
He's their second receiver.
Yes.
I think Marvin Harrison is, I feel like I'm projecting, but I think he's so in his head from not being great last year to then this year he's been struggling that's just messing with him more.
It seems like
I
a
do
mental
think
block,
he's very much capable of being a good player. I just don't know if it's with
the one
Cardinals.
catch he had on the sideline. What was it? The 4th and 23 that he had against the Packers. I mean, it was like a 30-yard catch over Evan Williams. It was a freakish catch.
Yep.
But he just doesn't do it on a consistent basis.
I was really hoping that one was going to actually be a fumble. If he would have taken one more step, would have been a fumble.
Speaking of fumbles, Matt Hamilton made the prediction that the Packers' inconsistent defense would also get 2 turnovers in the game, would therefore double their turnover total this season, and that the Packers would win by double-digit points. They obviously only won by 4, and they got 1 turnover with Matt Hamilton's guy, Rashawn Gary,
quarterback tackler,
getting the 1 takeaway on a strip sack.
You see, he got leveled at one point too. It was like a wrestling move.
Rashawn Gary?
Yeah, he was getting blocked by one Cardinals player, and he turned around, and the other Cardinals player just knocked him out.
No, I
it
didn't
really
see
looked
that.
like a wrestling
If you
move.
pay attention to what happens just on the offensive and defensive line every game, you will see some stuff.
Yeah.
That one where the Cardinals guy legit just pushed Micah Parsons into their quarterback. That was funny. Did you see that?
Oh, it's a Jacoby Brissett?
Yeah.
I don't remember specifically.
They legit
or
just
how about Minnesota just laying a guy down?
That was wild.
Did
it work? I don't even know.
You know the movie Lion King? Mufasa. You're Mufasa. You're at the
You
bottom
saying
of
he
it.
has the tush push.
Yeah, it's a tush push. Minnesota basically light a guy down across the line of scrimmage, and we're like, you're going to be at the bottom of this, and everyone's just going to stampede on top of you.
Yeah, you seen Saving Private Ryan? Remember when they got D-Day and there's the guys at the front of the boats? He was one of those guys.
I thought my Lion King one was a little bit less intense, but okay.
Anyways, speaking of the Packers defense, Jim also predicting that on top of his Brewers and Badgers predictions, which were both correct, he wanted to parlay and saying that he had all 3 games correct this weekend.
Got a little cocky.
Also predicted that the Packers and Cardinals would go over the combined score of 44.5, the total for the game. The final combined score was 50. Jim also predicting the Packers would win and cover by 6.5 points. They covered by 4. So the final leg of your parlay, I guess this is a 5-leg parlay in your Don't Quote Me prediction this week.
A lot of legs.
So close.
all you need was the Packers to come up clutch for you, Jim. And they couldn't do it.
Unbelievable.
Have
That's
you
what I
ever
get
been
for being positive about the Packers.
I was going to say, have you ever been let down by the Packers like this?
Goodness, not like that. No. Usually I would not be so positive about them, but trying to, be objective. And
Don't
I think
be so cocky.
I think I got too cocky.
You underestimated the great Jacoby Brissett, obviously.
I would say almost Badger. Heavily recruited by the Wisconsin Badgers.
That's true. Yeah, NC State. Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was a good player.
Back when the Badgers could recruit, huh?
Well, they didn't get him.
Back when the Badgers could do anything, Molly.
There was a hot second Badger fans thought Caleb Williams was coming here.
I think you were a part of that group too, weren't you?
Maybe.
There was
Bobby
a lot
Ingram,
of us. There's a lot of us caught up.
son was friends with Caleb.
Dean Ingram, yeah.
So they had a phone call. And then the Badgers said, you think the Badgers didn't know how NIL worked now? Did not know how it worked then.
Why? What happened?
They couldn't put together. They had no offer to put together. They had no money to offer him.
He was never taking offers. He just needed someone
True,
to throw
but
the scent off of USC.
True.
He wanted to go with Lincoln Riley.
Very true. But also told Badgers didn't know what they were doing in that recruitment. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here to tell you about the delicious Odyssey Brands, a family-owned company crafting award-winning cheese right here in Wisconsin for over 4 generations. Made with locally sourced milk, Odyssey brings bold, Greek-style flavors straight to your table. From savory, crumbly feta to rich and creamy Greek yogurt, every bite is a taste of tradition and quality. You can find Odyssey products at most major retailers nationwide and online. Odyssey, crafted in Wisconsin, loved everywhere, dairy done right.
Hey, it's Kelly Sheffield, Wisconsin Badgers volleyball head coach. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports and Update brought to you by Madison Axe. Enjoy axe throwing, craft beers, bags, shuffleboard, and more fun at Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Visit MadisonAxe.com or head to the location on Stoughton Road today. The Green Bay Packers surviving against the Arizona Cardinals in a close one out there in Glendale, winning 27-23, thanks to a Micah Parsons game-sealing sack at the end of the game on a third down, setting up the Cardinals for their unsuccessful fourth down, leaving the Packers improving their record to 4-1-1 on the season. Packers will be heading out to face their old quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, in Pittsburgh this coming Sunday night on Sunday Night Football. Make sure to tune in all week right here on 1.5 ESPN as we take you up leading to that game. Then this past weekend, the marred Wisconsin Badgers losing 35 at home versus number 1 Ohio State. Going into the last week's 37-0 home loss to Iowa, the Badgers hadn't been shut out at home since 1980. They've now been shut out in back-to-back games at Camp Randall for the first time since 1968. Former head coach and program icon Barry Alvarez was honored at halftime, and you can hear him coming up on the Barry Alvarez Show's special 2-hour edition starting at 6 p.m. right here on 1.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow. Oh.
People like me. I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN.
Is Wisconsin equivalent with Rutgers now? Like, seriously, Maryland and Rutgers, I think, are the two teams that are probably close to being their equal.
The ninth play of the drive. Sayin getting a little bit of heat. Going deep to the end zone. Touchdown, Cornell Tate.
They're chasing, trying to be peers with Michigan and Ohio State and Penn State like they used to be.
And down at 6. Simmons over the middle, and that ball is intercepted. Picked off by Sonny Styles off a deflection.
And they lost track of the fact that they're now below Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, Iowa. Like, they are the dregs of the Big Ten right now.
So you can tell Rutledge that.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is Jim, Matt, Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. If the balls are blue, you know what to do.
And that's to crush a Coors Light. Missed you, Ryan.
So I guess I'm not usually sure what to do about that when Matt's not here. I feel like...
No, that is such a lie. You always jump in.
I don't know, because it's a little different. I did with Jim earlier at the beginning of the show, but that's unusual circumstances. Jim's usually the one bringing it in. I don't know. I got thrown off today, guys. I'm thrown off. Honestly, the Badgers just completely have me out of my...
Why do you let them affect you so much? They suck.
Because I care.
Just like an ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend, if they suck in a not good way, then bye.
They're not a dementor.
But they're not well, hey.
They are a dementor.
They are the ultimate dementor.
They suck the life out of you, these Badgers, I tell ya.
Yes, they are the ultimate dementor. They
but
are
like
a
in
toxic
the Harry Potter way.
Yes, exactly. In the Harry Potter, in the wholesome way. But I mean, I'm gonna care no matter what. Like, I'm gonna feel awful after every game. Still, like, I felt awful after Iowa.
So,
I feel awful after Ohio
but you know
State.
what the problem is? You guys still support the team. Look at what you're wearing. You guys are both wearing Wisconsin stuff. You're both wearing Motion W. You're wearing it. You're supporting. Yours doesn't have the Motion
I don't have
W.
a Motion W.
You got the OG Bucky W.
And I have.
But you're supporting the program.
I'll stand up.
You're part of the problem. You got to
guys
protest
see the
it.
No quit. There we are. No quit.
Show off that carbon body.
Right across the pecs there. The no quit. I have put a yellow piece of tape over the no, and it just says quit. So there we go.
You should put it as an X. That's what you should have done. No, not your
that? No,
arms.
I'm
No,
messing with
the
you.
tape.
Yes. Sorry. You could have
And
given
I will
that,
say-
feedback to me hours ago.
I could have.
I chose to wear my Wisconsin Badgers 1994 Rose Bowl crew neck because the Rose Bowl teams were honored this past Saturday, and I would love to hear what they have to say about such a performance like that.
Maybe we'll hear it on the Barry Alvarez show tonight.
All right, let's do that then. Molly did the X comment there, so whether it's creeping on the Instagram, checking in on them, I don't even want to say watch, because I was going to say watch the Badgers.
Oh, like they're your ex?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes. I don't have Instagram. You guys can creep. You guys are the Instagram creeps.
Jim's
so.
going to get Instagram, though.
Just for the Badgers. You can't quit them.
Right. I got to reactivate them just for the Badgers. Got to get those shorts. That's what they're called, right?
Oh,
They're Instagram Reels is what you're thinking
sorry.
of.
YouTube Shorts.
Shorts is on
shorts.
Facebook. No, I'm just kidding.
YouTube, right? Doesn't
Yes.
YouTube have shorts?
YouTube
YouTube has shorts. I don't know what it is on Facebook.
I was just making an old person joke.
Thanks. I will say the ESPN app. I gotta mess around in it a little bit because you can like set up your own highlights now. Like you can get your own like reels in. I forgot what they call them on the app, but like that way you can just get the highlights that are most
The
interested
vertical
in.
videos.
Yeah, yeah.
Verts.
The verts. That's what they're called. Yeah, but
For verts.
it's nice. I can just
Verti-
see the highlights in there. It's just, like I can set it up where I can just see the highlights I want to see in the verts. There's no highlights for the Badgers, so. I don't want to say, are you going to watch the Badgers? I want to say, are you going to support the Badgers? So after hearing Chris McIntosh, or after seeing Chris McIntosh's letter to the fans, are you more or less likely inclined to support the Wisconsin Badger football team? 844-770-3776. That's the Cardinals Talking text line. This is more.
So give us the gist of his letter. I know you said it earlier, but for those listening.
In a cowardice move, Chris McIntosh released a letter to season ticket holders and donors, basically saying, we're a poverty-ass program. We don't have the money to fire Luke Fickell. And despite the fact that I am the person in charge of the program that doesn't have the money to fire the coach that maybe we should move off of, you need to trust me now to give me more money so we can get better players here. And Riley Yao shared this. I can't remember if it was a Reddit forum or if it was like a
He said it was a 247
fan blog page. But he did say the person on there has been known for news, and this is out there public. And
I think he's known for rumors. This person.
Rumors.
This
Yeah.
is on,
This is
on
like
a mess.
Slick Rick.
No,
Not
Trippy
even
Ricky,
not
whatever
even
his
to
name
that.
is.
Not even to that level.
Okay.
I don't know if this person is a newsbreaker. He is a frequent poster on a Badgers football fan message board.
Okay.
Yes. So the way that I will say this, and so we're just sharing this with a giant grain of salt, but I was adjacent to some reporting that these sort of people do have a lot of good information. Now, the smart thing to do, which we're not doing, is to re-verify it. So I'm not going to share this as news. And it was just interesting. It does line up a little bit with the Xavier Lucas thing. It was the idea that the Badger name and likeness was set up as more of a reward system of like do X, get Y, where every other football program is set up like you just get your money.
Okay, so give me an example. Like, what does that mean?
Like, be a starter or do this on the football field or do this off the football field, then you'll get your money.
Instead of like endorse this brand.
No, everywhere else is just like, you show up, we're going to front load the money, here's your money. So I think that's one thing the Badgers are looking to change. That would make sense.
Okay.
Because it lines up with other people have told me that the Badgers are a little Pollyanna with how they ran their NIL with like, oh, we're going to try to keep this of like, oh, the players will earn the money, and we'll try to keep this in the spirit of the NIL and all of this, when realistically it's like, no, this is the Wild West. You need to act like you're in the Wild West.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a case to be made that maybe the Badgers just were being too, what's so PG about an X-rated way you have to recruit. Like, there's nothing like the recruiting now and NIL now is the Wild West, and the Badgers need to operate like it is. So there's some stuff behind it. But where we're at now is if Mac's going to stay around and Fickell's going to stay around, I think the only thing that could save this program would be hiring a football GM sort of person that would report directly to the chancellor, that would be in charge of the football, and that person would have to be.
So it's like like what Andrew Luck does with Stanford?
Yes.
Okay.
And that person would have to be like Joe Thomas. Because if Joe Thomas came in and said, hey, I'm in charge now, I feel good about Mac, I feel good about Fickell, that buys you a year. Because the Badger football program has no brand. Luke Fickell has no brand equity. Chris McIntosh has no brand equity. No fan out there is buying into this program. No fan out there is excited about what Chris McIntosh said. No fan out there is excited about Luke Fickell. And they did this to themselves. So you got a head coach with no brand equity, and you got a athletic director with no brand equity, and they're going to say they're both coming back. The only way that works is if you bring in someone who hasn't been tainted by the Badger brand over the last 3 years, and that's someone from their heyday. And that could be Joe Thomas. It could be someone else. But I just say Joe Thomas because I think he's dynamic. He's obviously a Wisconsin guy, loves being a Badger. Hell, Mark Tauscher could be that guy too. We just don't want to lose Tauscher off air here, and we'll do Tauscher. But, like, you have to figure out someone that can be the face of the program, because nobody likes the faces right now with Luke Fickell and Chris McIntosh.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the face is just going to be the head coach, though. Like, you can try to bring in a guy like that to be your GM of the program, your Andrew Luck, like you said. Ron Rivera does that at Cal football right now. But, like, people are going to know about the coach more than anything. They're going to see the person whose face is on the sidelines. Like, how much could Joe Thomas really do and, like, win support over, especially if the product is what it is?
But what if Joe Thomas was helping with, like, the recruiting aspect? I don't know what the actual, like, job entails for that kind of role.
Here's how bad the Badgers were at that position. They had basically a hype man who was hired to be USC's second or third person at USC. That was in charge here at Wisconsin. They didn't even know what a GM was supposed to be when they were the first year they had it with Fickell.
It's also because there is no true definition of what a GM in college football does. Like, in the NFL, you know exactly what he does. He's a player evaluator, he hires coaches, does all those you know exactly what the role is.
But the Badgers guessed wrong, because now the Badgers this time around hired someone with a doctorate, I believe, and at least it's someone in business that hopefully is fixing it a little bit. But the first time they guessed, like, if you look around, the Badgers very quickly had the least qualified football GM out there as far as Power 4 schools.
They had somebody who was more akin to just a really good recruiter and a really good, like, a person who is great at hosting players to convince them to come to Wisconsin. And they were successful at it, especially the first few years.
And then they bring them to games like Ohio State, and you're like,
that's what's crazy is you also see, like, recruits tweeting out, like, great visit to Wisconsin, again, to Madison, to watch them play Ohio State this weekend. Really,
pathetic.
It was really great. Thanks for having me, guys. It's like, what? Is this even good to put this out for the program?
Jim from Madison on the Cardinals Talking text line said, Mac's statement basically admits that Fickell never had the resources to be successful. That's on Mac, and he's admitting his own ineptitude in the NIL era.
Then he added, Fickell probably has to go, but Mac definitely has to go.
I didn't know if I was supposed to read it.
Why not?
I just said, allegedly. I just want to add allegedly to everything.
Jim from Madison's.
They could be listening. I don't want them to get mad at me.
Rotten Macintosh Apple is embarrassing. I like that. With his whole Fickell era, excuse me era, I still support, and the fans keep showing up and showing out. Traditions are still strong. You can tank our team, but you can't take away our dignity.
Your dignity's gone. What do you mean? There is no dignity.
Obviously, this can't last forever as this brand keeps deteriorating under this administration. Something needs to change.
Ryan, how many quarters have the Badgers gone without scoring a touchdown?
11.
They've gone 11 quarters. They've had 31 offensive drives without a touchdown.
And you have dignity? You think you have dignity? Did the jump around hit, Jim, this weekend? Did it hit that great against Ohio State? Or was it primarily Ohio State fans jumping around?
Like, the student section never filled. Ohio State sideline was jumping way more than the Badgers. The Badgers, right now, the football team puts their head down during the jump around as the other team jumps around on their field.
Dignity is gone. Legit.
Honestly, the last step of dignity, and I'm not advocating for anyone to do this, is for someone to jump around. Like maybe Bielema would do it because he's kind of classless on the W.
I mean, I'm surprised. But Wisconsin is such an inferior opponent that I don't even think that anybody else no other team wants to or needs to do that to prove that they're better.
Stin, the Badger equipment alum, says, I'm as bummed as everyone else, but what are your solutions? Why would you pull your support if you're a true fan, alumni, etc.? Well, you can cheer for the team, but why would I give them money to a program I don't trust to do the right thing with it?
Mm-hmm.
And so those are two different things. Buy your shirts, be a fan of the Badgers, and for the record, I'm a discount shopper. This was like $13. I was like, I can't not get this.
It's a nice shirt.
Thank you. But I would
see. I give you a compliment.
There you go. Thank you. But I would say that in general, you don't have to be giving your money outside of going to the game and things like that to the organization, to the administration, to the football program.
I would say don't go to the game. What's the point?
I agree. There's people out there that
you can still buy UW stuff that doesn't go directly to the football program.
It helps a little bit, but at least you're getting something out of it that's long term. You got a piece of clothing. That's important.
Game, you just get sadness.
Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. Madison's family-owned, Madison's locally owned, Madison's custom jeweler. Go visit Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
This is Martin Selsaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code SportsBeat. That's promo code SportsBeat. Bet $5 and get 3 months of League Pass plus $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. Pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot. A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with a refreshing offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. My new friend Chris from Oostburg is one of their skilled installers who demos your existing bath or shower, removes it, and disposes it before installing your brand new dream shower. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
After a serious accident, you'll need a winning team to protect your rights. Trust Wisconsin's own Ruger Law Offices. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Game day starts on Regent Street. Fuel up before every Wisconsin football home game at the Monster Energy tent. Grab free samples, snag some Monster gear, and get your energy up before kickoff. The best football pregame start with Monster Energy.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
This is Martin Selsaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Molly continues live from the Everlight Solar Studio. Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. Primetime war shine behind the glass. And I want to get to our Siding Unlimited poll questions, and then we'll get to stats to depress you. But I think they kind of go hand in hand.
My favorite segment of the week.
We have two different questions up there. What is more surprising? Luke Fickell reportedly shutting out NFL scouts from Badger practices, or NFL scouts wanting to go to their practices? 60% of you say scouts wanted to go to their practice. And after our second Siding Unlimited poll question, after Chris McIntosh's letter to UW fans and donors today, are you more likely or less likely to support the Badgers football team? Not a shocker, 91% of you say less likely to support.
I thought you were going to say more, because I was like, oh, he's begging for money, so of course I'm going to donate my money. That's where I thought you were going with that one, which made me very nervous. I was like, what is wrong with you people?
You'd hope if there were 90% of people saying that they wanted to. I mean, I'm not saying that they should, but it would help. I just can't really deny that.
How about you go write a personal check to Chris McIntosh and the UW program?
I never once said they should, Molly.
Do you want to spend your hard-earned money on this trash program that's going to promise to do better with the same people in charge? Sounds good, right?
Yeah, I guess when you put it that way. That's
people don't change, Ryan. No.
Money changes.
I'll say this. You're not going to help anything with our stats to depress Badger fans.
What's the story? Are you not happy or?
Still to be happy about.
Take that for data.
Beep boop bop bop beep. These are stats to depress people.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, guys, this is our new recurring segment on Mondays here on Jim, Mad, Molly, because every Badgers game leads to more depressing stats, unfortunately. So we've mentioned it a couple times throughout the show. The Badgers shut out 34-0 versus Ohio State at Camp Randall on Saturday. It marked the second straight week that the Badgers were shut out for the first time since 1977. It was also the first time they were shut out in back-to-back home games since 1968. Leading into the game against Iowa, the Badgers had not been shut out at home since 1980. So, historical perspective, these Badgers might be worse than the Don Morton era Badgers.
Hey, they wore their uniforms. They decided to play against Iowa. They decided to play like them too.
That was the best thing from that game. I'm so bummed that I didn't text you guys this literally right before the game started, saying that their uniforms were going to be the best thing that happened during that game, because it was. That was my prediction.
Well, they also, against the Ohio State Buckeyes, the Badgers had 144 total yards of offense. That is their fewest in a game since they put up 128 yards against Iowa in 1996. So the Ohio State-Iowa connection. Wisconsin just having horrible offensive performances against Ohio State.
96.
Yeah.
I was born in 97.
Born in 99.
What year were you born in, Jim?
I learned to drive in 96. was 16 then. So 1980.
So Molly also said that the only highlight of the Iowa game was the uniforms.
Yep.
The one highlight of the Ohio State game was punter Sean West.
Oh, yeah.
Ran an impromptu fake punt, by the way. That was not called.
Nope.
He just saw that it was available. He hesitated for a second, thought he was going to punt, and then said, screw it, I'm going for it. He ran and got the first down, get lit up on the sideline, but he gained 20 yards and rushed for a first down towards the end of the game, right? That 20-yard run was longer than any rush by a Badgers running back this season.
It's not shocking.
I would imagine, I'm just guessing at the stat, but there's not a Badger running back this season, and with these injuries, it might not happen, who have rushed for more yards over, what's the record?
The record.
2 in math.
What's the record right now? 2 and what?
They're 2-4.
6?
So over 6 games.
We're only 6 games in? Good God.
Wait, no, they're actually 2 and 5. No, they 2 and 4. They had a bye week. Yeah, 2 and 4.
So over 6 games, I don't think there's a Badger running back who has accumulated more yards than Melvin Gordon accumulated in 3 quarters against Nebraska.
I doubt it.
Stats to depress you. Beep, bop, boop, beep, boop.
And speaking of 4 losses, all 4 losses for the Badgers, or actually, no, excuse me. They are 2 and 5 because they lost to Alabama. Remember
7
that?
games, yes.
7 games.
It's been the longest 7 weeks of my life.
The Badgers in their past 4 games against Big Ten opponents.
With twins.
Their past 4 games against Big Ten opponents, they've been outscored 122-20. And by the way, guys,
they have 20.
They have not scored a touchdown in their last 31 offensive drives. That goes back to the opening drive touchdown against Michigan. Now, guys, I'm just going to go ahead and read off their drive charts since that opening drive touchdown against Michigan. So this is how it goes since then, leading through the Ohio State game. Punt, 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 interception, punt, field goal. Then the game against Iowa, punt, interception, interception, punt, fumble, turnover on downs, punt, punt, turnover on downs, punt, punt. Then the end of the game is their final offensive drive. Then the Ohio State game, it is punt, interception, 5 more punts, and then a turnover on downs.
Stin, the Badger equipment alum, does bring a good point. The managers did win the toolbox game this year
against Iowa. Yeah,
yes,
that's a great point.
Yeah.
And by the way, sorry, I had an error in there. It was the interception and then 6 punts before their final turnover on downs.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Got the toolbox, though.
As Stan also puts in there, the product of the field has not been competitive, but I'm honestly shocked and disappointed that the team is bolting for the locker room after losing to Iowa. I was stunned by the lack of sportsmanship, NIL, all that kind of stuff.
Just like after the game, he said?
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
so
usually you shake someone's hand or whatever.
Oh, sure.
I get what he's saying. But
weren't they all celebrating with the trophy? Like,
the
you
Heartland
go over
trophy?
and shake
Yeah,
hands?
I'll lean on.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
I'll lean on him here because he's been around the program that he thought it was abnormal how they left, and I'm not disagreeing. The NIL doesn't make the kids bad kids. It's just a little bit matter of less of buy-in, which again I think speaks more to the problems with the program. As Adam Rittenberg wrote, that the Badgers have always been kind of a broke program as far as paying assistants.
The
and those sorts of
resources,
things.
facilities. That was the reason Brett Bielema left.
Yep. But they won, and good coaching could do it. But they won because they were smart about recruiting. Let's stick to the Midwest. Let's stick to Wisconsin kids. Let's stick to people who give a crap about playing for the Badgers, and then you can and then fill in the other places. That was Barry's whole thing too. What do we recruit well? Well, at Wisconsin, Gary Anderson did it too, and so did Paul. You can recruit offensive linemen, defensive linemen, maybe not the edge guys.
Linebackers.
Linebackers. You know what the linebackers here in Wisconsin, they're running backs in high school.
A lot of them are quarterbacks in high school.
Yeah, running
Zach
backs.
Vaughn.
Yes, running backs and quarterbacks in high school. Well, quarterbacks in Wisconsin high schools are basically running backs anyways.
But some of those Wisconsin quarterbacks, a lot of them are like triple option quarterbacks.
Right, you're
so
right.
They actually do convert to linebackers
that's
pretty
what I'm
well.
saying. That's what I'm saying. That like a quarterback in Wisconsin is basically a running back anywhere else, with how little they throw the football and how much they run it. So
pretty often.
But like that's the type of athlete that they unlocked here, and it was a great. Like Dave Aranda bringing the 3-4 defense here was amazing. It was. I even said at the time it was their version of Barry bringing in the offensive lineman, because it's like, oh, you have all these talented kids that nobody's going to recruit at running back because they were playing quarterback in high school, and nobody's going to recruit a quarterback because they were terrible quarterbacks in high school, and the Badgers were able to see the talent in guys like that and then bring them to Wisconsin. And so the Badgers need to continue to recruit offensive linemen, D tackles, and linebackers here, and then that can build your culture build your depth, and then fill in the rest.
And unfortunately, when they were winning like that, even with the lack of resources and facilities, that entire time they were also in the Big Ten West, which we always have to acknowledge was a major advantage for when you get to play a pretty cupcake schedule every year. And guys, I know this year's schedule is like horrible by like the worst standards. Like it's not going to get much worse than this year's schedule. But I got to say, I mean, it's not going to be getting much better. Oregon's not going anywhere.
No, all we were asking for this year was 6 wins, though. Like it wasn't like Badger fans were like, oh, go out there and go compete for a title. Everyone's just like, just get back to the bowl. Even last year, the expectation was like, just go to a bowl game. We understand the program's trying to rebuild on the fly, and you had an impossible 2-year schedule. And again, this goes back to why the brand is terrible with the Badgers, with Fickell, and they have no brand equity. Nobody wants to buy in. And it's unfair, but look, life isn't fair. College football isn't fair. Year one, they didn't get enough wins. If they had won, if Tanner Mordecai was healthy and Braylon Allen stayed healthy and they get 9-10 wins, then everyone goes, okay, we saw what it looked like. We saw proof of concept. Mm-hmm. And then, okay, the injuries pop in and everything else falls apart. You still go, oh, just 2 years ago they won 10 games. Maybe he can't coach a football team. We have seen no proof of concept that Luke Fickell can coach a competitive football team or recruit a competitive football team at Wisconsin.
Right.
And so,
how much of that is on him, especially with the recruiting point too?
I don't know.
That's the tough part.
That's the worst part about it.
Yeah.
It'd be better if you could just blame Luke Fickell. But the Adam Rittenberg story about how the Badgers have always been on the bottom end for funds does indicate, and Signetti too in Indiana, really good coaching can help this not look like a complete disaster.
Yes. Yes, good coaching and good players fix everything.
I would say like strategic recruiting and good coaching could make the Badgers be a team that still hasn't missed a bowl game.
I think strategic recruiting and good coaching could make them Iowa again.
Yeah.
Which I think we'd all be happy with.
You gotta walk before you can crawl.
For sure. And hey.
No, you got to crawl before you can walk.
Did I say that wrong?
You did, yeah. By the way,
you got to walk before you can crawl. And I'm like thinking about my babies.
Speaking
of
walk, the Badgers are walking into quite the game next week against Oregon.
Dante Moore's going to have 500
p.m. What the hell are we doing?
6 o'clock. Oh, well, I mean, it's going to be like on FS1, I assume, right?
But
I
still.
haven't seen.
It should be like on an
So
overnight.
Oregon just beat Rutgers 56-10 in Piscataway. Oregon went on the road and did that. And they had 750 total yards of offense against Rutgers.
Do they get to 1,000 against
They have
the
1,000
Badgers?
air yards.
They might get more total yards than the Badgers have for the rest of the season. Like, legitimately, that might happen.
Kind of hope it does.
Oh, Oregon's defense is really good, too.
Oregon
in
really
general
good.
is just good.
Yes.
And then, by the way, 3 weeks later, then they go and play currently number 3 Indiana.
Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, wait. I have this in front of you.
They're going to get beat worse by Indiana
So I
than
looked
they do
at
Oregon.
ESPN. Mel Kiper did his draft board. Here's what the Badgers have on their schedule. Some of these have been played already. The number 1 player on Mel Kiper's draft board, Dante Moore. The number 3 player on Mel Kiper's draft board, Fernando Mendoza. The number 4 player, Arvell Reese. They already played him. Then
Ohio State linebacker.
Yeah, Ohio State linebacker. Then Ohio State safety Caleb Downs. And then wide receiver, number 12 on the list here, Carnell Tate, also Ohio State player.
3 touchdowns against the Badgers.
Yes. And then, I can't remember my own handwriting. Kenyon Sadig, tight end,
Kenyon
Oregon.
Sadiq.
I can't tell if it was G or Q. Tight end for Oregon.
Get it right.
And then number 19.
I mean, Wisconsin might lose to Oregon, too. Who knows?
They might lose to the Panthers.
Amori Washington, a defensive tackle from Oregon, too.
Yeah, no, it's a hellacious schedule. And then you
Can
also
you turn off your mic when you drink, please?
Yeah, that was loud, Molly. That was aggressive.
Distracting as hell.
I didn't think anybody was going to hear that, and then I was like, oh, boy.
Nope. Take us to break.
We're going to throw some stones on the other side.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
What is going on with the hair right now? Oh, my God.
What's wrong with it?
Flock of Seagulls type haircut here, Ryan.
He looks fully like Johnny Bravo, if you guys know that cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you
my
think you're
gosh.
as jacked as him?
No.
Oh.
No, Johnny Bravo is all upper body. He skipped leg day, though, and I don't do that.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, Visit jksecurity.com.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
James Imaging Systems, the best document imaging technology, the best local service, and perhaps best of all, the very best people. People you can count on, people you can trust. That's all important to Amanda Burrian, office manager with Covenant Lutheran Church.
Absolutely. I think that having their reliability, I think just having them as a teammate and a partner.
James Imaging Systems, partnering with local businesses and organizations to help them be more productive and more efficient.
You don't have to worry about the printing, the ink. You don't have to worry about the copier. They take care of all of it.
Saving the church money?
It's definitely a savings.
One last question, Amanda. Would you recommend James to others?
I would definitely recommend James Imaging.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation. Call 608-221-3457. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Played like a pro but felt like an amateur? Twisted your ankle or jammed a finger under the Friday night lights? At Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin, their Saturday Sports Injury Clinic has you covered. Skip the emergency room circus, dodge the waiting room sitcom, and get expert care from the pros who actually know sports injuries. Saturdays 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Walk into their location off the Beltline and get back in the game. Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin, your comeback starts here.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. If you're looking for a place where you can better yourself while having a wonderful atmosphere, you have it at the Princeton Club. Strong communities, strong body, and strong mind. All it takes is one small step to start today. You will see that you have everything you need in order to achieve all of your goals. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. 8 Madison locations where you go in there, you take a tour, and you realize this is a place for me. Find more at PrincetonClub.net.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bars of the Month. Listen to Jim, Matt, and Molly every Thursday to find out where you can enjoy the best High Life specials in Madison. Plus, to celebrate our love for dive bars, we'll be giving away a case of Miller High Life to one lucky fan every Thursday. Live the high life with Jim, Matt, and Molly and enjoy the champagne of beer in its natural environment. Like the Village Green, Cahoots Bar, Whatever Bar, and Dot's Tavern.
At Hard Rock Casino Rockford, the unforgettable experience goes far beyond the casino floor with the luxury of their dining and entertainment. Savor prime cuts and fresh seafood at Council Oaks Steak and Seafood, or explore 7 unique dining venues that deliver flavors from around the world. Then let the night ignite at Hard Rock Live, where the world's greatest acts take the stage. Hard Rock Casino Rockford, let's hard rock. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
This is Martin Selsaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Hey, shady baby, I'm hot like the prodigal son. Big up battle, eeny, meeny, miny, moe, and flower. You're the chosen one.
Jim, Matt, and Molly continues live from the Everlight Solar Studio. Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown. Primetime War Shine behind the glass. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's Carbon's Talk text line. This is more. You can see us in the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Matt Hamilton out curling for the week. How many times I got to tell people that? At this point, it's almost more noteworthy when Matt's in.
True.
I think
'tis the season right now.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think you have to mention it a ton.
Yeah, because pull back the curtain, it's like, all right, I got to say the app, the YouTube, our side and limited poll questions, our Call Was Talking text line. I got to say Molly, me, Ryan. I got all.
Where in the world is Matt Hamilton?
At Everlight Solar Studio, all these things. He's always in Canada. Basically, let's just assume he's in Canada.
No, he's in Minneapolis.
Oh, he's in Minneapolis.
Something like that.
Canada.
Same difference. There's parts of Minnesota that are in Canada. I wonder what goes on there. There's like that little island. There's like a little bit of Minnesota that's like in the or no, that's actually
Michigan.
No, it's
you thinking of the UP?
No. All right, I'll get to that later.
You gotta walk before you can crawl, Molly. Okay.
Oh, apparently.
No, it's actually further west. There's like a little area where like you technically are like in Canada.
Is there anything west of Minneapolis? I thought that was North Dakota.
I'll tell you what, Seattle's
Mount
a
Rushmore.
sneaky place I wouldn't mind living, but it's not. Gonna
That's really
Seattle?
That's really west.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not gonna go with
You
me.
gonna be an Oregon Ducks fan or what?
Hey, did you see the uniforms?
Yeah, Grateful
Which
Dead.
ones? They have 50 million
They
uniforms.
had Grateful Dead ones.
What?
That's
Why?
what they're gonna wear against the Badgers.
I might have to go buy
Is there a
one.
Grateful Dead?
Is it in poor taste? Like, cause like the Oregon uniforms are legit.
Why is it Grateful Dead? Are they from Oregon?
I believe so.
I don't know if they're from Oregon. They're definitely from that part
But they
of the
had
country.
the dancing bears for the Grateful Dead. They did ducks on the back of their helmet in the Grateful Dead colors.
Oh, cute. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah. All right, let's throw some stones.
1, 2, 3.
Some takes are cooler
How's the
than
song?
others.
You know this kid is as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Some opinions are just cooler than the rest.
Now what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold.
And if you keep it chill, then it's a cold take.
Chill out. I'm chill. I'm chill as a cucumber, man.
I'm always the coldest.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's chillest Kia dealership.
The Grateful Dead is a rock band that was formed in Palo Alto, according to Google. Quick research.
Okay.
Did you see that they're coming out with a shoe? The Grateful Dead Oregon shoe.
Ooh, I will.
Air
have
Max 90.
I might have to go for that.
It's already bought. Jim's got it.
Yeah, if I can get it, I will.
Or you might steal it, Jim.
Yes. This is a story. I'm just going to read the headline here.
This is a story all about how. Isn't that what they sounded
All
like he was
about
doing?
how jewelry was stolen from
My
the-
life got flipped turned upside down at the Louvre. No?
Yeah.
Something like that.
So let me tell you a story. Sit right there. I'll tell you about everything we know about the Louvre jewelry heist. So from BBC.com. So the Louvre Museum is still closed as of today, as thieves broke in and stole some jewelry. Here's what I got.
What?
The gang this is from BBC. The gang reportedly arrived at 9:30 local time.
AM or PM?
AM, shortly after the museum opened. 4 suspects arrived with a vehicle-mounted mechanical lift to gain access to the gallery of Apollo, via balcony close to the river scene. Pictures from the scene, not the river, showed the ladder leading up to a first-floor window. 2 of the thieves got inside by cutting through the window with power tools. They then threatened the guards who evacuated the premise and cut through the glass of 2 displays containing jewels. A preliminary report has revealed that one of the 3 rooms in the area of the museum raided had no CCTV cameras, according to French media. French police say the thieves were inside for 4 minutes and made their escape on 2 scooters waiting outside at 9:38. So they entered at 9:30 and were out by 9:38.
How incredibly European that their getaway cars were scooters.
So, and it was the crown that they stole, right?
That's what I'm trying to figure out here.
I think it was. So, how much is this crown worth?
I mean, it's at the Louvre, and it's the crown of who again? Did Jim say?
No, I don't have the actual. I just gave you the details of the actual heist.
So how it operated, not
what
the
jewels were stolen? A tiara and brooch belonging to Empress Eugenie, wife of Napoleon III, an emerald necklace and a pair of emerald earrings from the Empress of Marie Louise, a tiara, necklace, and single earring from the sapphire set that belonged to Queen Marie Amélie, I don't know, and Queen Hortense. A brooch known as the Reliquary brooch.
Metro Kia of Madison Oy.
So there you go. That's me butchering some French words there, but lots of fancy jewelry stolen. What are they doing with this?
Selling it on a secondary market.
But
of
you
course.
can't.
To whom?
Nobody's going to take it.
I mean, there's probably some super rich criminals who would be willing to buy it.
So Elon Musk is what you're saying.
Yeah, or some other people who own like maybe a bunch of oil who would be willing to pay for something like that.
This is going to end up in the White House.
I have no clue. I don't want to. I won't touch that with a 19-foot pole. Don't know. I said 19, but anyways, the movie Ocean's 12 is one of my favorite movies. And the fact that there's a real life Ocean's 12.
Are you asking what I'm doing?
Yeah, because your face is.
Because I'm trying to read to find how much it was.
That's your reading.
All I keep seeing is priceless. I don't care if it's priceless. Tell me the actual amount. Tell me how many millions it is. It's gotta be millions and millions
Stuff
and millions.
like that doesn't get sold ever, so nobody actually knows how much it's worth.
Market price when you go to the restaurant.
It's expected to cost. Wait, hold on. That's a never mind.
You
That
tell
was
on
a
the other
construction
side. We're going to
project.
talk
Never mind.
to
How was there not
Jesse
cameras?
Nelson on the other side as he's getting ready for the Barry Alvarez show. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Brandon in Tulsa, my calloused heels ended their silk chic era after one night.
Oh, God. That just,
You all right over there?
I hate the feeling of like when your feet or something on your body is like dry and it like scrapes against the sheets. Oh, God. That just,
I'm with you on that.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
From color-changing Alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Free Food Friday on ESPN Madison is brought to you by Pizza Hut. Want your own Free Food Friday from the Hut? Tune into Wilde and Tausch this Friday from 9 a.m. to noon for a chance to win 2 free large pizzas and 2 free orders of wings at select Pizza Hut locations. Perfect for a speedy lunch, a relaxing dinner, or anytime you're on the go. Head to pizzahut.com. That's pizzahut.com or the select Pizza Hut locations to enjoy your own Free Food Friday. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
It's frightening, but the rewards are thrilling if you're brave enough to enter the prize-filled graveyard at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. On Saturday, October 25th, 3 brave souls will enter the graveyard every half hour from 1 p.m. till 5. These 27 winners will each have a chance of escaping with $3,000 in cash. That's up to $81,000 in total prizes. So be here for Graveyard Grabs, the scariest game in town. Grab your friends and get to
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
Electric bills are out of control, but with federal incentives, you can go solar with zero upfront cost and start saving hundreds a month. Badgerland Exteriors and Solar is a local and family-owned company, and they make the switch to solar simple. No pressure, no hassle, just honest.
AJ with Badgerland Exteriors here. Contracting made easy is more than a tagline. It's how we run our family business. Visit BadgerlandExteriors.com to get started on your next project. That's BadgerlandExteriors.com.
This is Martin Sesaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Jesse Nelson's running late or something, so he won't be able to join us for Crosstalk. It is a 2-hour. He's probably just got to rest up because it's a 2-hour Barry Alvarez show. Coming up next here on ESPN Madison. It is weird to say the Brewers aren't coming up next.
Yeah,
Primetime Warriors time behind the glass. Molly Brown with me here. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Yeah, it is weird. I thought this. I forgot the other night. I was like, oh, baseball season's over. And I'm like, oh, wait, no, it's not. But for all intents and purposes, I feel like most fans in baseball, once your team's out, you're out.
Yep.
Yeah, baseball more than other sports, I would say.
Oh, without a doubt. I've still watched the NFL playoffs and all that, but
unless it's an amazing series like the ALCS currently
I know,
is.
but someone came into the office today and someone's like, who you got winning Game 7 tonight? And I had to what Game 7? Oh,
who's in it?
Seattle.
I hope the Mariners.
I am going to root for Seattle.
Just big Dumper fan.
No, because they're like the Brewers.
Yes.
Yes, I love a big dumper, okay? Sorry.
Not the big dumper part. The Brewers part is why I want to.
Small market team, you're saying?
That's fair, Molly. That's a fair point. But otherwise, I would say, that makes the Brewers look stupid. Because the Seattle...
I mean, that's not what I was saying. I was saying because they haven't gone to a World Series or they haven't won one.
Right,
so I would like to see a team have...
Remember when Jim said he was going to root for the Brewers in the postseason?
They're out.
Root for the Brewers.
They're out. But Seattle, small market, they spent 15th in
so
payroll.
now it'd be interesting to see if Seattle goes up against the Dodgers and see how they compete.
I want Seattle to win the whole damn thing.
All right.
So you can take your payroll and stuff it. Good goodness. Who's that jerk? All right. We'll be back at it tomorrow. This has been Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.